Welcome to 330. The two coolest people on the podcast are here. Don't worry about that, but the other two are here in spirit. Hi,
Yeah.
my name is Mitch. We also have the lovely Bowsah here to my left,
Hi.
not to my right, to my left. So, Bowsah, how you doing?
Whatever that way is, that way.
Yeah, whatever that way is. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because God forbid this thing just puts you in a random square. So it's not always the same. Sometimes you're up there.
I
Sometimes
can
you're
put
here.
you wherever I want. I'm in charge.
Exactly. Oh, you're in charge. Got it.
I'm in
So
charge.
you could just
This isn't
start
like
flip-flopping
Discord. It's
people?
just This isn't like
Okay.
Discord.
Oh, yeah.
I've got power.
Oh,
Look out.
yeah, I can't piss off another person on this show, right? I gotta be careful.
Speaking of which, you will notice that Fee is not here. I don't really know what's going on. I saw a note in the document that said something about hostile work environment. So, I mean, doesn't sound good. I might have to talk to Locklith this weekend, see what's going on.
I just want to point out something. My whole goal from this show, as soon as I got asked to be on, was to slowly make every other host leave, and then I take it over.
Oh, you're gonna kick me out too?
No. You're good.
Oh, I see.
You're good. You're good.
I'm pretty.
I would never kick you out. You're like the one I talk to the most, actually, outside of the show. So why would I kick you out?
Well, it's because
Fee blocked me on everything. So she said, talk to my representative. So, you know what I mean? Fee's gone. Sean took a hiatus, and he's like, as soon as Mitch showed up and opened his mouth, I just couldn't take it anymore. So hold on.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Dr. Pepper, sponsor us, please.
Dr. Pepper, I'm gonna talk right to you. Mr. Dr. Pepper. Hi, my name is Mitch Power. I do an Xbox podcast called The Xbox Drive. Everybody in the show loves Dr. Pepper so much. In fact, we like it so much, we would love for you to sponsor the show. If you want to pay us in Dr. Pepper, that's totally fine. If you want to pay us in cash, that works too. Because what we'll do, we'll just use you go buy Dr. Pepper, the most delicious drink on planet Earth. Dr. Pepper. It's very good. There you go.
There you go. Well,
Clip it and ship it.
I don't know how we won't get sponsorship after that one. I just don't know.
This face and this delicious beverage and that commercial, come on. Simple.
Here it is.
It's all we gotta do is get in front of the right eyes, and they just go, man, the charisma. You're right, and just send us a check. But guess what? I want to point out something. The two people that are on this show get a check.
That's right.
Just saying.
We brought in the sponsorship, so you
snooze, you lose.
That's how it goes.
Right? Go to concerts and stuff and lose out on sponsorship money. I don't know what to tell you. So, how's your week been though? Bowsah, how you doing?
Pretty good. Awesome. As Ryan points out in the chat, I got a nice new microphone.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I hope it sounds better.
It sounds
make things a little better for the audio podcast for sure. I like playing with new tech. Mitch helped me set some things up, get that old Wavelength software set up the way I need it. So hopefully things go a little bit better from here on out in that regard.
Absolutely. It's weird. Again, I mentioned this in our group chat. You getting new tech, I was happy and excited. I was like, yeah, I get to help somebody set up some shit. That's cool. I'm just super happy. I enjoy helping people when it comes to setting up tech. I mentioned it to my buddy Buzz all the time because Buzz, I love you so much. I just want to point this out. You're one of my dear friends of over 15 years. Buzz buys so many things and then leaves them in boxes.
Oh my goodness. I can't do that.
He buys a PS5. I don't even know if he set it up yet. He bought an Oculus Quest 2. It sat in the box so long the 3 came out. He loves tech. He loves it. He has the money to buy it all. But it just comes to the time to set it up. It's just he'd rather play games. And I get it. I'm not crapping on that whatsoever. Right. I get it. Playing games is fun, but dude, if I'm buying something, I gotta open it up. I gotta fidget with it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something. I can't just stare at it in a box. So yeah, Bowsah got that Wavelength set up and that Wave DX and that Wave XLR. And I was like, let's go.
It was on sale in a package. I couldn't say no. Right?
Exactly. My favorite thing also too, she was talking about it and I was like, I don't know if we did it on stream. Was I streaming when you were when we were talking about it, or was it just in the group chat?
Yeah, you were streaming.
That's right. I was pulling up the website. I was basically Elgato salesman there too. I was just so there's this or there's this. And then I was like, by the way, these go on sale all the time. And she straight up just goes, oh, I already bought it. It's going to be here sometime. I'm like, oh, Impulse buy. Bowsah, good job. Apparently my dog got into something. I don't know what just happened.
Nice.
It got caught up.
Nope, it's all right.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're good.
Okay.
No, but yeah, Bowsah's got a new mic. It's great. It's a really cool mic. I'm not gonna say jealous because I'm happy with the mic I have. However, if things were different, I would have your setup. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. What else happened this week? What else you been doing? Been up to? How about what have you been playing? Or actually, you know what? Before we get into that, we do have some housekeeping. Let's go ahead and go through the housekeeping. What's going on, Bowsah?
Okay, before we do housekeeping, you look in Discord and make sure do the thing that I didn't do. But we do have a couple housekeeping items. Just a reminder, the US changes our clocks this weekend. We go to daylight savings time, or I hate daylight time. So if you're not in the US and your clocks are not changing this weekend, please note that the start time of the show next week will be different for you in your local time zone. The best way to know what the time is to look in Discord, because the day we record the show that morning, I'll put out a call for questions, and I'll have the time code in there that shows up in your local time. So that's a good way to know whether you expect us at the same time that we're going to be here or not.
Very valid point.
Yeah. So the next thing,
unless you're in Arizona, where we're smart and we don't change time zones. So
okay, I'm moving to Arizona.
Swear to God, I moved here and I'm like, what do you mean you guys don't change times? And there's like, we don't like it. We just don't do it. I'm like, statewide, you don't do it? They're like, yeah, statewide. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I hate it. I don't think the government should be messing with my internal clock. I don't like that very much.
That's a little, you're right. That's a little invasive.
Well, there's like statistics out there that lots of people die like the day after the time changes. I think people like falling asleep driving to work and nonsense like that. Why are we doing this? If you want more daylight, get up earlier. I'm not stopping you.
It's true. It's for farmers. I don't know about you, but y'all know a bunch of farmers that I don't. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I don't know. Uh-oh.
We back.
I'm back. I'm back.
Everything's good.
What just happened?
I don't know.
You know what it was? We talked about the government, and they said, watch this.
Watch out. Here's some daylight for you. Have a black screen.
Guys, my whole house went dark. I don't know if somebody's in here with me. Hold on. I'm going to look real fast. What just happened?
I don't know.
Okay, we're fine. Don't worry about it, guys. It's just two of us. We're running this thing till the wheels fall off. Don't worry about it. Government's going to show up. Dr. Pepper's not going to sponsor us anymore. It's a shambles.
I know. We just ruined it all in one night.
We just done goofed. They're talking about the government and daylight savings. We can't sponsor this. It's okay. Big farmers. Yeah, not pharma. Farmers. That's what it is. 100%.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry. I promise we're not breaking the show. I promise people will still come and visit. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
A little bit. On a brighter side, thanks to Xbox Canada, we have some things to give away to our chat here tonight. Yeah, we have a nice little handful of 3-month Game Pass codes to give out. And to prevent any bots stealing them, there's going to be a missing character or characters in the code, and there will be a clue attached that you have to figure out so that you could claim it. Let us know if you get one, and please only claim one. Let this share the love with more community members.
Honesty policy, people.
Honesty policy.
Come on, man. If you guys get one, just be happy you got 3 months and keep it pushing.
Yep.
Or don't leave. Stay for the show. Just don't redeem another one. That'd be great.
But I mean, I would understand if it's your first time getting Game Pass, that you just have to go play the games immediately. Like, I get that feeling sometimes too.
Yeah. At least YouTube, you can
try to fight the urge.
Fight the urge. It's only 2 hours. We'll try to keep you entertained and smiling and happy.
Yep.
How could you leave this? How could you leave these 2 people? Come on. You'll be fine. But yeah, honestly, 1 per person, please. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And I think that is it for housekeeping.
That is all housekeeping? Okay.
Yep.
So why don't we dive into what are we playing? I won't talk about myself first. I'll talk about, you know what, actually, hold on. Fee? Is she getting here?
What did
Is Fee
Fee come
here?
in?
Yes, I have been playing more Helldivers 2.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Fee.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we're all
you
shocked.
stopping it. I know, right? It's just crazy that like Fee decided to pop in here from her awesome concert and just tell us that she's playing Helldivers 2. I'm not surprised. But you know, thanks, Fee. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Let's ask Bowsah. Bowsah, what are you doing? What are you playing?
I started out the week playing a game on Steam. It's in early access, and it's called Snacko. So it's a little cozy farming sim, and you're a cat. I mean, does it get any better than that, really?
It doesn't.
So I had to hold myself back. I got to a part where it said, hey, you can't like fully expand this other character in the early access. You have to wait. I'm like, I could see that character being really helpful. So maybe I should wait. So I'm trying really hard to like not play the whole thing right now and wait for the full release, but we'll see how that goes.
Is there an ETA on that? Do they have like an estimated when?
I
it's
don't
gonna come
know.
out?
It's definitely not a hard date, but
Right. The better question I have though, does your cat in the game look like that wild cat over your left shoulder?
no, not at all.
Okay.
Thank
Not
goodness.
at all. Do we really want to play it then? Like, I mean, I kind of always wanted it to look like that cat, but you know, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
can you change the color of your cat? Is there an option to customize your cat?
Not that I've seen yet.
Maybe the full
It's
release.
actually like two cats that wash up on an island somewhere, and you're playing the black cat, and there's also a white cat.
Got it.
We'll
Is there
see.
a reason that they washed up on the ocean?
Well, they were actually trying to get to this island, but they
Oh,
also
okay,
got in a
got it.
storm and their boat got destroyed, so they're kind of stuck there.
Just like Gilligan's Island. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Big old storm just put him on an island. Is
Yep.
Gilligan there? That would be the best.
Not yet. Maybe I can recruit Gilligan.
Full release. It's Gilligan. You're like, holy, oh my God, it's
That'd be
Gilligan.
great.
What are you doing here? Where's Skipper? He's like, don't ask. I'm like, oh no. What else you been playing?
I've been playing a bit of a game called Wizard with a Gun. This is a Devolver published game. This is the current Backtrackers game. So we'll be talking about that on March 16th. It's like a little roguelite. You're going out in the world, learning how to build stuff, come back and building up the tower a bit so that you can improve your gear, get new guns, etc.
Nice.
So I'm just getting into it. I only have maybe 2 hours into it. So
is this the game you're also doing the awesome video for?
maybe.
I don't know.
Because I recorded some audio for that with my old mic, and I might have to record it again because it sounds terrible in comparison.
Did you actually did you record on your new mic and then hear the comparison? And you're like, ugh.
Yeah, I did.
Oh
It's like,
no,
oh, man.
Oh,
I should not have done that. But
That's
I had
not
to prove to myself that it was a good investment, so I did.
Right. Fee is in the chat and says, it's fun being on the other side, coming to you live from McDonald's. Fee, you are already here. I don't know if you saw this or not, but hold on one moment. Fee?
Can you roll back the tape?
Yeah, hold on. And you know what? We'll just patch her in. Fee, come on back in.
Yes, I have been playing more Helldivers 2.
Got it. Thanks, Fee, for showing back up again and letting us know yet again that you're playing Helldivers 2. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's okay.
Grab me some nuggies while you're there.
Yeah. Can't wait for you to see like, what are you doing to me on this show? Don't worry about it, Fee.
It's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And the last thing on my list, I'm not actually playing today because you can't. I tried to play it before the stream, and that's Fortnite. It is still under maintenance for the new season, taking longer than expected.
Yeah, I know a couple streamers that were not thrilled.
Yeah,
You know, because that day, like Nick A30 is a Fortnite streamer, and he basically was saying how like he got an update and it was like 8 more hours, and he's like this is gonna mess up my editing schedule. This is gonna mess up this. This is gonna mess up this. So I mean, I feel bad for the people that livelihood depend on it. But yeah, I mean, also my daughter personally, she's off work today. What would she love to do? I don't know. Play some Fortnite. That'd be great.
yeah.
So yeah, it's like I said, it's unfortunate those things happen. But here's one thing I can say: I guarantee you, everybody at Epic is just as mad as you are that Fortnite isn't working.
Probably worse because they're
Just
working late.
yeah, they're working late. Oh yeah, and they're not getting money right now. Just saying. Can you imagine downtime in Fortnite? How much money that loses them on an average? Just think about that, right? Because I mean, microtransactions happen, I don't know, probably every 3 seconds in that game. So imagine the game not working. And then they just, they're just like, cool. Like, I guess we're not making money right now in this game. So yeah, I bet you there's a lot of very frustrated people there that are just as mad at you or as you, not at you. Don't be mad at the people.
Yeah.
They're people too. Somebody goofed up. Just like, I don't know if you heard about did you hear about the Spider-Man 2? What happened with that? The
No.
new game. Okay. Spider-Man 2, because I'm a big Spider-Man 2 fan, had its new game plus mode, and this like big update came out where it had a bunch of fixes and stuff, bunch of quality of life stuff. Everybody's happy. Apparently, though, they left the debug menu in the game. People were accessing it and doing all sorts of stuff you shouldn't be doing in Spider-Man 2, including like getting platinum trophies with like button clicks, because they would just be like complete, and they would just get pop trophies left and right. So yeah, they were kind of quick to come out and go, oh no, this is in the game. But the only thing they did say, I saw some like TikToks of people messing with it. They were playing as characters outside of missions that you weren't supposed to play as. Like they were doing a lot of stuff, but they basically did say, hey, don't do this because it will literally brick your save file and corrupt your save file. So you probably shouldn't go messing with that debug menu. But yeah, I think they hot fixed that though real quick because it also unfortunately leaked some DLC.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. So again, there's a guy at Insomniac right now who's also not very happy because he's that guy who was supposed to uncheck that debug box before the update went live. It's okay, people.
Yeah.
Everybody, game companies are working hard too, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
All right.
So, hold on. Do we know if we have Sean here? Is Sean available?
I heard he was coming back. I don't know if he made it.
Oh, let's see. Hi guys, Sean Capri here. Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. You know what I've been playing all week? I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. It's one of my favorite games of the year. It's actually, quite in fact, my favorite game of all time. It runs on competent hardware at the best frame rate and the best graphics I've ever seen on a game. You think any other game on PS5 and Xbox look great? Think again. Am I on the Nintendo Drive? Oh no, I'm sorry. Sean, you were in the Nintendo Drive. No. My bad. Sorry about that. Sean came in just to let us know that, but it's okay. As far as me, is it going to come at any surprise that I say the same two games? I'm Fee, but with Apex and Call of Duty. It's okay, right? Eventually, a game will come out that I will stop to play, right? I need to play more stuff, to be honest, but it's just so damn hard. It really is. Like, and again, like, Fee's all excited about new games, and I'm playing games that have been out for years, but they're still fun. They just recently had a Call of Duty update come out that changed up some map stuff, some gun metas. So there's some new guns that I have to level up in order to get those good, which is unfortunately the bad thing about Call of Duty, because if you don't level up those guns, the game ain't as fun. Sorry. Apex Season 20 is still fun. I played some more ranked. I got up to plat. It was fun. And then I played with randoms, and now I'm back in gold. So it's okay. It's okay. We play with randoms and we demote sometimes. Things happen, but don't worry about it. It's okay, guys. There are a couple games, like I said, that I'm looking at, some of the backlog stuff that I really do need to play. Hogwarts Legacy is one of those I really want to play because I might have said this earlier. Fun fact, up until 2 months ago, I'd never seen a Harry Potter movie a day in my life. So at all. I was kind of like too old to think Harry Potter was cool, but it's okay. Again, I'm stupid. I was a stupid kid. Don't worry.
All right. I'm older than you.
I know you are. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was in high school and like
Maybe
Harry
I'm
Potter
just
came out.
childish. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
okay.
no. But I was just one of those people that like I missed it and I didn't feel I needed to watch it. And then I did my charity stream and I basically hit a goal where I had to watch them. And I'm glad I did because they're good movies. And but like I said, I didn't really care about Hogwarts coming out because I didn't know Harry Potter. So the hype for me was zero. And everybody who played Harry Potter, their hype was like way up here. But that's one that I should get into. My daughter, I actually just bought her for her birthday. I just bought her the Avatar game. That came out in December. So that's another game that I want to like, even though I bought it for her, try it myself because it does look cool. Like, she showed me some screenshots, and she has it on Series S, by the way. She showed me some screenshots, and it looks real pretty.
Yeah.
And it's essentially Far Cry. Like, it's Far
Yep.
Cry Primal Avatar skin. There's nothing wrong with that, though, because Far Cry Primal, Far Cry is awesome in general, minus Far Cry 6. That AI was really stupid, and I was really sad. Have you ever played any of the Far Cry games?
That's the only one I tried. I played
6?
some of it.
Oh, no. So, I really liked, everybody loves 3 because the character and the story of 3 was, like, phenomenal. I actually more started with 4. 4 and 5 are really good. Like, 5 is the one that takes place, like, in Montana with, like, the cult, and it's crazy, and there's, like, the endings of that game are phenomenal. But, like, the one thing that 6, the AI is baffling stupid. Just they run straight in a straight line at you in the wide open, and I'm just like, shoot, 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 shoot. Cool. There's no cover you're gonna take. You're not gonna. I had a guy who drove a vehicle straight at me. I had my sniper rifle. I like sniped him, and I just moved to the left a little bit. Didn't get hit. It's just weird. And I really liked Far Cry as a game. And also the characters of Far Cry 6 I thought were cool.
Yeah.
It was just the AI. I was like, I can't get over how dumb these people are. Like, they're standing right next to me, shooting over my shoulder. I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I stopped. But yeah, those as soon as I saw that it was basically Far Cry with Avatar skin, I was like, that could be fun. So
Yeah.
not hating on that at all. So I may try that as well here soon, but we'll see. We'll see. It could just be another week of Apex and Call of Duty. You never know.
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely.
Let's be real.
Well, 100% real. Yeah. 100%. Apex is still
Yeah,
fun. Call of Duty is still fun. Yeah.
I still Far Cry still one like nagging me in my back of my head because I bought it, so I really should play it.
It always stings when you buy a game and you don't play it.
Yeah.
That for me right now, that's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I bought like the gold edition too, because like Origins was awesome. What was the one after Origins? The Roman one. I'm blanking right now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That
Odyssey?
one, Odyssey. That one's really good. I like that one as well. The only thing I didn't like is just the fact that those games turned into 40 to 60 hour RPGs that are just huge. And they're cool. Like I'm not making fun of them. They're fun, but they're just so long and I don't have time to put into those games. So yeah. Yeah. If a game's like 15 hours, spot on. 40 to 60. That's a lot.
I don't know.
And Valhalla was bigger apparently, and I'm just like, I can't do bigger.
How many hours do you have in Apex this week?
Let's not talk about that. Oh, this week, not many. Not many. No, not that many. A little bit. I've been getting better. It's the weekend streams. It's the weekend
time to play any game. You choose to play that one.
All right, guys. I gotta find a way to get Bowsah off the show now. Now she's coming for me. I gotta find it. Everybody find a way. I won't do that, Bowsah, but man, it's true though. It's true. It's okay though. Maybe next week I'll have a different game for you to play. Maybe I'll try to put some hours into something else. How does that sound?
Okay.
If anybody has COD or Apex questions though, love to answer those for you. Yeah. But no, I'll try to play something else. I should do that. But I mean, Fee's comfortable playing Helldivers 2 forever.
Yeah.
Sean's still playing Tears of the Kingdom. He loves it.
Yep.
That's what I just heard him say come out of his mouth. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Anything else you've been playing?
No, that's about it. Like I played, I think, one game of Fortnite, maybe one or two, just with my buddies, like off stream. There's a streamer that I've been watching. She plays a lot of it, and occasionally, if I'm just like sitting at my computer, just editing, and I'm done, and I'm just like, I'll play a random game, and that's about it. Fortnite's still fun, as long as you're playing no build. Fortnite's fun.
Right.
Don't play builds. Don't play builds. This new season with all the it looks cool.
Yeah, it's what's it called? Myths and Mortals?
Yes. Looks cool. A lot of cool things in there. A lot of cool characters. Some of the abilities look wild. I hope they're not OP and crazy, but I'm sure some of them will be. Some of them will be definitely those that will do that. Green Jeans in the chat says, try some new games while you're at it. Eat some pancakes.
No.
See, that's why Bowsah. I just want to point out that's why Bowsah's still here.
Right. I get to stay.
She gets to stay. She had the right answer. I'm just saying.
Right.
Although I saw a pancake video I was going to put in Discord. Somebody made pancakes in a different way that I've never seen before. And I almost was like, this will be the only way.
Yeah.
But definitely it was like a chef that was bored at work one day and came up with a new way to make them. I'll send it in the Discord. If you guys aren't already there, make sure you guys go to the Carpool Discord. I'll share that video.
Yeah.
It's a wild way.
To make this a little bit more of a twist here, Green Jeans is my husband.
Oh,
So
geez.
I'll just say, I'll eat the pancakes when you make them.
Damn. Let them know.
Let them
Green
know.
Jeans, hi. Hi,
Get
my name is
in the
Mitch.
kitchen and make me some pancakes.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make her some pancakes, dude,
I make the waffles here.
there you go.
He can
Yeah,
make the pancakes.
exactly. Yeah. Team pancakes. Is there a way to time somebody out live?
Yeah, I don't know if I have that permission in this
Oh
in Melon.
man.
Man.
All right. They didn't give us all the tools
No.
yet. Not yet.
It's
Not
still
yet.
got the training wheels on.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank
This is your
goodness.
starter
I need
episode.
'em.
Mike Tyke's little first podcast. Like, okay,
Yeah.
here you go. See if you guys can handle it. It's all good. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to some of the new Game Pass stuff. So actually, maybe these
Yeah.
are some games I should play. I mean, I
Yeah,
have Game
let's,
Pass. Also, it looks like
see,
2 people in the chat have Game Pass because they redeemed the codes that we've been
That's
listing live.
true.
So thank you guys.
That's
So
true.
if you guys want to play some Game Pass stuff, boom, right there. You might not play 2 of those games, but don't worry about it. Or you might know somebody that does. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. The show is a good one to fire up and get a couple easy Chivos if you're into that.
There you go. What an insane thing. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say it or start stuff. What an insane thing that a PlayStation game comes out day 1 on Game Pass and not PlayStation Premium. A PlayStation made game comes out on Game Pass day 1 and not PlayStation Premium. That's gotta
Yeah.
sting somewhere. God, that's so crazy. But I
Yeah.
remember that was like one of the best announcements when that happened. I remember every Xbox fan was just like, oh, thank God. I can play baseball again. And then that same day they announced it was coming, they were like, oh, by the way, Game Pass day 1. They're just like, does it get better?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then after this announcement, today they posted that NBA 2K24 is coming next week. Well, there's some big games there. Control's been here before. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was the Ultimate Edition last time,
I don't believe it was.
so that might be an upgrade. What's funny is I saw Lightyear Frontier come to this list, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I already played that on my Xbox. Like,
Right.
and it's like game preview. I'm like, yeah, it was like an early access thing, and I thought, oh, I'll wait till it's a full release. Here
Right.
it was a demo that I played.
Got
I'm
it.
not losing my mind.
Yeah, I know Control's been there for sure, but Ultimate Edition, I don't believe so. Also, don't know if it was on PC or cloud either. Like that could have been
Yeah.
a while back, before they had the PC version of that on there. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, could be.
Control's supposed to be an awesome game. Never played it. Is that timeout? Is that the same studio that made Quantum Break? Yes. No. Yes.
Maybe.
Is that Remedy?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
Remedy?
Control's Remedy. I don't know who made Quantum Break.
I'm pretty sure it was
You can
Remedy
look
as well.
that up.
I will look that up. Yes. But yeah, if you haven't played Quantum Break, that's also on Game Pass, and that game is phenomenal. So please go play that. That was the TV/game that they were trying to tote out when Xbox first got announced. Yeah, that's definitely them. Oh yeah, and Alan Wake 2. That's Sean's other game that he's constantly playing and talk about how much he loves. That's right. I got you. Yeah, Quantum Break. It's on Game Pass. Go play that as well. It was awesome.
Nice. So pretty good drop here for the beginning of March, I think.
Absolutely. Here's another thing I will mention. The kids' games on here. Okay. We do not play those games. And it's okay, right? Actually, you know what? I won't pass judgment. Let me phrase that. I'll start over. Those kids' games, I won't play them. However, as a dad to an 8-year-old, I appreciate that. Because literally, she got a Series S for Christmas. So now every single member in the house has their own Xbox. That's
Nice.
how my family rolls. Everybody has their own Xbox. I have a story about how my wife got hers. It's okay. But no, I got my daughter a Series S for Christmas. And she as soon as of course she had Game Pass. I did the game sharing with my other daughter, so I pay for 2 Game Passes because I wish
Yeah.
the family plan was here. Phil, if you're listening,
Yeah,
please
what
just
happened to
give me the
that?
family
It
plan.
just
Phil, help me. Anyways, like I really need that family plan for the love of God. But anyways, it was cool though because like she had Game Pass the day I turned on her console, got it updated, go to Game Pass, and there's just like a stack of kids games there. And I thought that was great because, I
Yeah.
gave her some of the free, like I downloaded Roblox and I downloaded some things, but I'm like, oh, here's a Paw Patrol game that's like Mario Kart, free with Game Pass. Here's something you can play. And it's cool that they do that. Like I said, so I mean, it's not just like, oh, where's my shooters? Where's this? No, it's cool because there are literally kids out there who have Game Pass and a Series S, especially if that's the cheaper route for you to get your kid a starter Xbox, and for them to have kid options is fantastic. I think that's great.
You
So
know,
yeah,
I'm not ashamed to admit that sometimes I play those kid games
for the Chivos.
for the Chivos.
For the
They're usually
Chivos.
pretty easy to get most, if not all of them. So if you're into that kind of thing, I'm just saying. Those kids games are
Imagine
pretty easy.
all those Chivo hunters out there get Game Pass and just crank through them. Just
Oh, yeah.
crank through all of them.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Imagine
Yeah,
the
I did
guy
it.
who got 1 million gamer score before Game Pass was a thing.
He spent some money, you
Oh
know?
yeah. Or he had GameFly and just
I'm cheap. I don't even want to spend $2 on a game just to get the 1,000 gamer score. Nah, I'll spend an extra hour and get one on Game Pass. It's fine.
Right. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. No, I remember that guy. He got the 1 million gamer score and then he got Xbox Live for life. That was
Yeah.
like, I remember that. And I was just thinking, like, do you think they upgraded him to Game Pass? And they're like, haha, no. You don't get Game Pass.
Or
for
maybe
life.
they put him in the Game Pass core.
Oh yeah, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Get those games. You know what's
Yeah.
crazy though? That's not even a terrible thing. The fact that they give you some free games like a library of, but also that was totally copying from PlayStation though. Just want to be clear.
Well,
PlayStation had
PlayStation
that.
doesn't have the library, right? It's always the 2 games a month.
So they had like let me rephrase that. I think it was PS5. When PS5 happened, they did have like here's 20 to 30 games that are kind of like
Oh yeah,
available.
When the PS5 first came.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, so at least I feel like they kicked that off and I'm happy that Microsoft has it. I've never seen Microsoft say games are changing out of that. They didn't mention like, we're going to change games up eventually. But I mean, also the games that are in that list are solid games, like not bad at all. So I get the 2 games a
Yeah.
month thing if people were sad about that, but also real talk, those 2 games a month were kind of trash towards the end.
They were
like,
always getting
bad.
like really crappy games. I'd rather have a small collection of better games. Plus, what about the first month you sign up? Do you want 2 games or do you want like 25 games?
Right.
You
Agreed.
know?
Agreed.
Now we'll see how often they like change out what those games are or add new ones, but I mean, paying for online play is
Mhm.
nonsense to begin with.
Agreed. I appreciate, like, it was funny because like back in the day I did say though, like, you get what you pay for, because I don't know if you guys ever used PlayStation when it was on PS3 and it was free. It was trash. It sucked. It was not as good as Xbox Live. I'm sorry. And then PlayStation was like, oh, wait a minute. If we charge people, we can make this better. And they did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But you know, paying for Nintendo Online is abysmal and shouldn't be a thing. That's robbery at its finest. But
Yeah. Okay, and I pay for the expansion pass because that's who I am.
I pay for at least they have a family one. Xbox. At least
Yeah.
Nintendo has a family one. Phil.
I pay for the Nintendo Online family with expansion pass to have the Happy Home Paradise expansion for Animal Crossing, and I could have easily bought it twice now, but we don't talk about that. I could play N64 games if I want.
Exactly. If you want, just dust off that Switch and get it out, and you can do whatever you want, right?
I play my Switch like every day.
Dude, that's cool.
I do play Animal Crossing. I do my dailies.
That's good. My daughter, it's weird. My daughter gets in kicks of Animal Crossing, but then like I got her Avatar. I can guarantee you she's not turning anything on her Avatar. She just asked for time. She just asked for time on her Xbox live on this show. And I knew she was gonna come down here and be like, can I play Avatar? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead. My daughter doesn't sound like that. I just made a terrible voice to impersonate my daughter. I promise you, she doesn't sound like that. It's okay.
Oh.
Kayla, you don't sound like that. I promise. You're fine. So no, but those games, like I said, I mean, it's cool that you get your Game Pass games. And again, even if there's some child games in there, remember, not every single person playing Game Pass is your age. There are definitely
Yep.
some children out there. And I might show my daughter those 2 games and be like, want me to download these so you can try them out?
Yeah.
See what happens.
There always seems to be at least a couple every month that I want to play. I might
Right.
not finish them. I might try them out and say I don't like them, but
Sure.
there's always something there for me to try.
Exactly.
Might not be Paw Patrol, but there's something.
Right. Exactly. But speaking of Game Pass, the big topic of the show this week, it's okay. We're tired. It's fine. Was the Xbox partner preview that happened. Was that on Tuesday?
Wednesday.
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
said. I didn't say Tuesday.
Yeah.
I said Wednesday. Yep. Right there. Lots of different games that were shown off in there. Lots of different things that were teased. There were some brand new announcements of stuff that's never been shown before. And then there was stuff that has definitely already been shown, but at least showed, some of it's coming to Game Pass, got some at least, official release date stuff. Definitely a good mix of different types of games in there. Some of them that stood out to me that I liked a lot. Unknown 9 looked awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's one of the ones not on Game Pass.
Yeah, of course, right?
Of
They
course.
know.
The cool one. Nah, not on Game Pass.
Yeah.
That one looked really cool. The Altars is definitely something that's like basically like confrontation simulator. Like it seems like it's like, let me go out in the world and explore and then get in this town and basically deal with problems. Which
Yeah.
I don't
They're all
necessarily.
aren't they all like your clones?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to like repopulate, or I don't know. It looks strange.
It did look strange, but it definitely looked cool. But it definitely looked like an HR training simulator. It's like there's 2 people that don't like each other. You got to figure out the right answer. I like how there was an option. It's like don't get involved.
Maybe we should play this game and take that simulation.
We
might need it.
I'm good. I don't need HR training. I'm fine. I definitely didn't kick 2 co-hosts off the show off by my attitude or nothing. I didn't send DMs that forced them to stop on this show. Don't worry about it. Those are the ones that personally stuck out to me. That Tales of Kanzera gave me big Ori vibes, and I'm super down for Ori. Like
Ori and Prince of Persia.
Yes. So that gave me very big Ori, like Metroidvania style game. It looks awesome. It looks cool. Again, not on Game Pass. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. That was one of those EA original games though, which I thought was cool. I do like how EA does give a shot to not just Battlefield and Apex and all your big sports titles. They could do some smaller games. Yep. But that was also one of them that stuck out to me. If it's an EA game though, it more than likely will have some sort of demo because of EA Play.
Yep.
So you'll probably have a 2-hour. Definitely won't give you a 10-hour trial of that because that might be those types
that might
of
be
games.
Enough to beat it. Yeah,
exactly. Which they've done that before. Which like if the game's not 10 hours, they'll give you like a 2-hour trial. And also usually they'll give you a discount on full purchasing the game. So hopefully that's the case with this. Give me like a 2-hour trial, something like that. Those are the games that stuck out to me in particular that I liked. What about you? What were some of the games you liked?
So it was interesting. Like the first 4 games they showed, they're the first 4 listed here: that Unknown 9, Sleight of Hand, The Altars, and Creatures of Ava. Those all stood out to me. I was like, wow, this show is off to a great start. The first 4 things out of the gate, none of them were the ones they teased. So it's not even like I expected any of these. So I think those are all on my, all right, I might need to see a little more, but they definitely caught my interest. Then probably the biggest thing they announced here, we have to admit it, it's Final Fantasy 14. They gave us our date.
You're all excited. I know everybody was so stoked for that.
It's a big deal. I actually expected it to be later. They just started the beta. Like, I think it'll be 1 month of beta that they have before the release comes out. I did not expect that. I thought it would be closer to summer with the release of the new expansion. So I am very excited. They did say that Game Pass members get a perk to claim the starter edition. Now, there's some caveats with that regarding the free trial. So if you're a new player, just hold on. There will be more information coming from Carpool. We got some plans in the works to kind of give an intro guide maybe to Final Fantasy 14 for anybody that's looking to jump in. But due to how the trial works and how the subscription works, you might not want to claim that if you're a new player. But we can get into those details later.
It's almost like if you haven't already hit that subscribe button right below on YouTube, you should definitely do that. And also while you're there, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up so that way this video can get some good traction there.
You should definitely do that.
100%. The other there was a couple games that got announced that I definitely was like, huh? One of them, why the hell is Chucky in Roblox? I'm sorry. So, okay, full transparency. I was watching this live as it happened, okay? I was also working, so I couldn't just stop work to do what I was doing. So I'm watching, and I was right with Bowsah. First 4, I was like, oh, these are cool. These are cool. By the way, Sleight of Hand, Altars, and Creatures of Ava, I think are all on Game Pass, by the way. I think those are all on Game Pass. I could be wrong. Maybe.
We'll find out.
Just scrolling through.
They'd probably say.
So scrolling through. So then I go, oh no, I've been watching this too much. I need to work. I look over, I start working. I look back to my right, I see Chucky on my screen. Okay. I see that actual.
This guy.
I see that psycho right there, right?
Like,
so I see that.
Now I'm throwing my Xbox away. Thanks.
Yeah. And then, so check this out. I see that. And then in the chat, all I see is Roblox ? And I'm like, hold on. This isn't Dead by Daylight. This isn't a separate Chucky game. You're telling me this is in Roblox? My daughter's terrified of that thing. And you're putting it in a game that she could easily just jump into? I hope not. I'm so scared. So scared for her. But yeah, that was definitely the WTF moment of that show. Also, Monster Jam Showdown. Definitely throwing curveballs there. Not upset with it. You know, if you're into monster trucks, knock yourself out. But again, give us some variety. I appreciate it. Ultra's coming to Game Pass. There you go.
Yep.
Also, do want to point out something. I think we're finally getting to that point where they're done with the old Xbox. Everything here said Series XX. By the way, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Here's the thing. If you want to you can still play these, the ones that are in Game Pass. Yeah, you get the cloud going on there, you're good.
I'm just happy that we are finally getting to that point where, like, can we just stop with the old consoles holding us back and please take advantage of the power of these things? Like, I had mentioned another conversation with my daughter. I had mentioned how like load times. That's the reason she upgraded her Xbox, is because she was playing on the OG Xbox One. Her fiance had the Series S. She saw how quickly load times were different. And I was like, just imagine if everybody playing Fortnite was on a Series X, how quickly we would get into games. Imagine how much faster everything would be if we didn't have to wait for all those people on PS4s and Xbox Ones, and you switch players. I'm surprised the game loads. Anyways, no, I just think like that's the crazy thing. That's like, if we all just start, if we're not tied down by the old consoles, we can finally start taking true advantage of the way these consoles look and take advantage of all the awesome features. So I'm almost certain everything here, maybe Monster Jam, is like the only thing that didn't say Series SX. And I was just like, thank God. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of the good stuff. And I'm sorry, people who have an Xbox One, but you can cloud stream it if you want, but we gotta get to the point where these games are getting made for the good stuff.
Yeah.
And the good stuff only.
At least upgrade to the Series S.
100%. 100%.
You know?
And if you have a disc, I'm sorry. That's the only thing I'll say. I'm sorry if you have a disc drive or if you have disc games. But no, like, yeah. I always was like, by the way, remember when Microsoft talked about that like disc upgrade thing, put a disc in, get a digital license for something? I always wanted that to happen and it never did. So yeah, it's okay.
There was some way you could do that for DVDs on one of the services, like a while ago.
I think Walmart had a thing like that.
Yeah, you had to like be at your home location because they didn't want people like go stand in Walmart and pick up every DVD case.
Right.
And you still had to pay like a couple bucks. I did it. All the ones that I could, I went ahead, did it. Why not?
I wish there was a way of like, again, like the one thing I like as a fan, I have 5 Xboxes in my house, guys. I have 5. Okay. Then I will say there are cool things that you can do. Network transfer. If you have data
Yeah.
caps, you can network transfer between different Xboxes so you don't have to re-download the game. Phenomenal. Great idea. Fantastic idea. Let me put a disc in there in one of my disc Xboxes and play on a Series S somewhere else. Have a license. Just use this disc. Use this tray. Let me just verify you have the disc in here and let me play it somewhere else. Also, Family Game Pass. Did I mention that earlier in the show?
Yeah.
Family Game Pass, Phil. Please. Please help me. Help me.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice.
Yeah.
I think that's still live, by the way, in different countries, but it just never came here. And
Right.
it's up there with like 2 things that would make me so happy from an Xbox conference. That and Titanfall 3. They're almost the same thing
Nice.
too. That's almost it. Like
Same
Family
level.
Game Pass might be higher. I'm almost there. Like I just want it so bad. But yeah, like that's the one thing. Like there's some cool features that they do have if you do have that. But I mean, taking those disc games, making them digital. I think if you did that, a lot of people would do some Series S's real fast. Even if you had to send them the disc so you couldn't like trade it in. Let me send you my disc and just make me pay some small upgrade fee or something. I don't care. It just seems like
Yeah.
a solid deal, but who knows? We'll see.
Nope, they just want you to buy it again. Sorry.
That's very true. Also, too, though, sometimes when they go on sale, I've definitely done that, by the way. I've 100% done that. Like I own the disc and then I'm just thinking like, maybe my son will want to play it. Oh, it's on sale. Let me just buy the digital version, trade in the disc version somewhere else. Like I've definitely done that before, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, Series S, it's a great console. Series X
It
is
is.
even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the story time. My wife, me and her played Diablo on my Series X in here. Okay. She was loving it. We were playing couch co-op, having all sorts of fun. She goes into her room, her living room over there. She has a Xbox One X, not a Series X, but a One X. We played online together. So she's in there on her big TV. I'm here on my big TV. Immediately, the load times are so different.
Yeah.
Immediately, the graphics aren't as good. She goes, why the hell does yours look so much better than mine? And I had to explain to her because I have the new Xbox that's better. She goes, cool. So tomorrow you're going to get me one of those so I can play Diablo just like you. And
That's
that's
right.
what happened. Yep, that's what happened. Like I got her that and like immediately she hit the start button and it loaded quick and she's like, yeah. And she just kept playing Diablo. So yeah. Does she play any other games? No. Has she played Diablo in a while? No, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. When she wants to play, she has the best option possible.
Right.
Yep.
We have some community questions around the partner preview. We'll hop into those.
Absolutely.
Kevin Ainsworth asks, what was the highlight of the partner preview for you and why was it Unknown 9? Well, Kevin,
Well,
I think we already covered that.
we
It
definitely
probably
did. Yeah.
was for Mitch and Final Fantasy 14 for me. Sorry. But
Yeah.
Unknown 9 is up there.
You know what? You know what game actually? Go back to that list of games because I forgot the name of it. The last game that they showed on that thing, that list of games. I'm not going to butcher that name, but that one.
Yeah.
That game, okay? I used to play a game back in the day called Kingdom Under Fire. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of the game. It was a RTS style game. So you had armies that you had to control, where they went, who they fought, stuff like that. But then you had a hero. And this hero, when you chose that, zoomed down and went like Dynasty Warrior style, like hack and slash, crazy, all that stuff. But then you would have to like kind of bounce back and forth between what your hero was doing and then what your armies were doing. And no joke, I almost got the same vibes from that game because like it's like hack and slash. And then at night you build a base and then you have to kind of direct your people where to fight, what to do. And I kind of was like, I haven't played a game like that in a while. And I was like, that would be fun. Because like Kingdom Under Fire was one of those games. It was like, again, super cheap game when it came out, super fun, but just never got really pushed further. But that game gave me really big vibes from that. So real talk, the Unknown 9 and like Sleight of Hand and Altars, that looked cool. But that other game at the end surprised me. Because again, I just didn't expect that type of game to be a thing anymore. So I thought that was a cool game though too. But yes, you're right. Unknown 9 was awesome. Like it was. It gave me very much Assassin's Creed vibes with cool magic stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
how could you not like that? Just saying. It's the best of both worlds. It's good stuff.
Yep. Next up, we have Edward Varnell. This partner direct felt odd because it screamed and felt PC-centric, even though a lot of the games are coming to Series X and S. Did you come away feeling that energy, or did I miss what they were going for?
I didn't necessarily feel that. Obviously, Frostpunk, because it's only PC, that was the one I saw that and I was like, there's no shot this game is on console. Like, I didn't think that they were going to be doing that. Although some of the other games, like I said, the RTS stuff, like I just mentioned on that last game. Other than that, though, not really. Stalker is originally a PC game, so
Yeah.
maybe that's where he got some of that from. But everything else, I definitely felt like, oh, I can play this with a controller just fine. I mean,
Right.
I felt like kind of, didn't really personally, I didn't get that. But yeah, obviously there were some games that I feel like also were all of these games coming to Windows as well.
I don't know.
I know a lot of them were like a lot, and I think they're probably going to be Game Pass PC as well, which if that's the case, even better. But yeah, there was a couple games that I was just like, maybe it felt more PC, mostly just because Frostpunk was the only one I know that definitely does not have a console release.
Right.
But everything else, I felt like, no, I can play this on controller. That's my personal opinion. What about you?
Yeah, since I don't really think about PC, Frostpunk is the only one that stood out to me as being PC. Not something that I had an interest in to begin with. I hope it's good. I haven't won my Fantasy Critic Leagues, but other than that, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Looks fine for what it is. Hopefully.
Although Monster Jam, man, I got to put that on my PC so I can see it in 4K 240. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there you go. That's a
Gotta see
whole
it in-
different story there.
Gotta
was
see that
trying to
the
look-
best ever.
Yeah, Frostpunk is coming to PC Game Pass.
Good stuff.
So that makes sense why it was here, because it is a Game Pass thing, right?
Yeah, and well, like I said, I mean, not every game. The only thing that sucks is, like I said, some of the cooler games. I was like, oh damn, that's not on Game Pass. That sucks. What about the that Path of the Goddess game? Is that one actually Game Pass or not? Do we know? Sleight of Hand looked really cool. It gave me Bioshock-ish vibes. I did like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Had a
I
good
wonder if you have
vibe
to
to
build.
it.
I wonder if you have to build like a deck of cards and like when you go into a mission or something, maybe you can change stuff how you play it or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
it'd be kind of cool though. It also gave me Dishonored vibes, which by the way, if you guys haven't played Dishonored, please go do that. Dishonored's phenomenal game series. Don't know what they were doing with Redfall, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Path of the Goddess, day one with Game Pass.
Let's go.
There you go.
Yeah, like I said, it gave me that. I mean, again, if anybody's ever played Kingdom Under Fire, they'll know what I'm talking about. It's like once that nighttime section hit, it was very much RTS because you had to build camp, and then it was like, okay, cool. You have to fight these enemies, but you have groups of things. You have to tell them where to fight and stuff. I was like, that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Again, very different for me. Like it's weird. I have those types of games, right? Mostly people see me and go Apex, Call of Duty, but then you're like, wait, you like Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you like this? I do. It's very left field, but yes, I do. I like it. So, yeah. No, like I said, I mean, the good thing though is, like I said, if you have a PC, you can. I think every one of these games is coming to PC. So, and Game Pass. There you go. Especially if you redeem one of those cool Game Pass codes in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did or not. If you did, good job. Be honest. Don't do another one.
I'll know. I'll come after you.
Yeah. You don't want her to come after you. You don't want to see those DMs that she sends me sometimes. Mitch, you ran off 2 of our hosts. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Stop
Don't worry.
running off the hosts. Come
Stop.
on, dude.
Mitch, what are you doing? You're just making everything worse. It's okay.
All right. Next
yeah, go
up,
ahead.
we got the Goobla King. Said, did you like the format of this direct? What would you change?
I actually really like the format of this direct. Honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. It was perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Like-
I agree. I like well, there was one thing I would change. The narrator voice sounded like an AI assistant type thing. Like, I don't know. Like, couldn't they get anybody to just...
Was it
I don't know,
Copilot?
like, it
was
was
it
just-
Microsoft Edge Copilot?
I don't know. Does that have a masculine voice now?
I don't know. Yeah, that was,
It was kind of rough. Like,
you know, it's crazy. That actually, you're right. That is the only thing.
like,
Everything else was fine. Like I don't mind when they just go game,
right.
and then what I will tell you, I prefer much prefer is them to go, you want more info. We're not going to stop the pace of this show for 20 minutes to talk about it. Here's an
Yeah.
article. Go read it. That's
Yeah,
what I
and
prefer.
there's more information about the developers and stuff in there. I like that the best because what if it's a game you don't care about? Do you go
Right.
zone out for 5-10 minutes while they talk to that developer? Right. If you want to know more, you could pause the show, go watch the thing if you want. So you could make it the same format as if they put those developer bits in the middle. So I
Right.
like it this way.
Are
Just
you
get
listening, Ubisoft? Are you listening, Ubisoft?
get a better
Thank you.
person to speak between the games because that
Yeah,
was a
could you
little
do
rough.
that though? Yeah. Ubisoft was like, that was the only thing I always hate about Ubisoft conferences. They're like 2 hours long and they'll have like a game and then a 45-minute conversation about the game and then a game and a 20-minute conversation about the game.
Yep.
Stop. You're like killing the pace of the show. Just show me game. If you want to know more, here's an article. That's that. The way they did that was perfect in my opinion. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you do want to know more about it, but don't stop the show to do it. Just keep the show going. And it was a tight 30, by the way. They had, how many games was on that list? Like 12, 13?
14,
like, come on.
something like
Yeah.
that, I think.
Like, that's crazy. And again, they showed you enough to make you interested. And if you want to know more, here's your articles. Enjoy them. Read. Watch an extended trailer, maybe. I think that's probably what some of these maybe extended trailers or gameplay or something. I don't know. But I think the
Yep.
pacing of the show is great. You're right. Literally the only thing I would change is that very monotone, weird
Yeah.
voice. Very startling.
It's like really nervous they were going to come out and say that that was an AI generated voice, and then the entire internet would explode and have even more reason to hate Xbox. And I just didn't want to hear it. So if that's what they
Yeah.
used, I hope they never tell anyone.
It's
It'd be
a
like a
secret that-
Microsoft. Hey, look, our AI is so good it can host a show.
Do you remember when they showed something with Kojima and they thought like this was like not a real person, like it was like computer generated? Do you remember that? I can't remember.
No.
It was like the Game Awards. There was something like some trailer or something that happened that was like a person talking, and they were like, "No, that's Kojima's technology. That was actually a CG. You didn't even notice how real it was." I'm like, I don't know about that, homie, but all right. Like, relax, dude. No, yeah, like if it was AI, please don't ever say it was AI. Just please
Just
don't.
take that one to the grave with you.
Yep, Phil. Don't have some documentary 2 months or 2 years from now and go, y'all didn't even know we used AI, because then everyone
We're
would
gonna
be
be like,
mad.
we did know.
Yeah. Did you hear it? We could easily tell, dude. Yeah. It's all good though. CrocoKyle got another question. How do you guys feel about shadow drops versus announced release dates for big games? Was thinking about this with regard to the highly anticipated Silk Song. On one hand, I would probably pass out from joy if they shadow dropped it. On the other hand, it would be nice to have more transparency from devs to have general idea of where they are at with development. Appreciate all y'all do. Y'all are killing it. Thank you.
Nice.
Very
Thanks,
much.
CrocoKyle. Yeah, this I think stems out of a little conversation we had in Discord when this partner preview was first announced, because someone said they were hoping for Silk Song, and I said, well, good luck with that. But
Good luck with that.
I posed the question, if you were in charge of one of these shows and you had Silk Song, would you keep it a secret, or would you like put that on the announcement that we're having a show that you will have Silk Song there, right?
Right. Personally, I mean, if you have a hot game, like, I don't know. I'm of the ill of like, I like it. I prefer when companies don't talk about games until they are very ready.
Yeah.
I don't want you to tell me Perfect Dark is in the works and you haven't said a word about Perfect Dark in 2 to 3 years. I don't like that. I don't even like it if you've told me the game is in development and then 2 years from now show me it's still in development. I don't like that. Personally, Fallout 4 had the best. Fallout 4 got announced. 6 months later, Fallout 4 came out. That was amazing. That game was ready to be shown. They had an hour presentation of like, here's all the cool things you're going to be able to do in this game. By the way, it comes out 6 months from now.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Shadow drops, like when they just hot drop it on you, like Hi-Fi Rush. I'm a big fan of that too. Cause like,
especially on Game Pass stuff. Like,
yes,
I'm not
Game Pass
buying,
day one
first of
stuff.
all,
Like,
I'm a digital girly over here, so
Mhm.
I'm fine with shadow drops because I can buy them immediately and start playing.
Yep.
But Game Pass stuff, like if you have Game Pass, it doesn't matter. Even if you want to buy the physical later, go for it, but you can play it today.
Right. And like literally Hi-Fi Rush is I was so happy that two different things happened. One, that Xbox had a game that was so awesome that no one knew about. And then the next thing was, oh, it's coming out right now. It's the coolest thing in the world. Like to just not, and again, sometimes shadow drops come out and it's like, okay, cool. Like it's an expansion of something. But when it's a brand new game, it looks awesome. And then they get to tell you, you can start downloading it right now. That's amazing. But I'd much rather, I just don't like the long drawn out when a company announces something and then years we either A, don't hear about it, or B, we hear about it and they're still working on it. Like I get you kind of have to say what you're talking, you know, what you're doing.
Yeah, it's gonna
But
come out regardless because now
yeah,
people are like in this thing of scrolling through all of the job postings at every game studio ever to find
right,
out what types of games they're working on. It's like, guys, can we just leave a little bit up to surprise? Maybe just a little bit.
right. Yeah. And I mean, I get like some companies are like, or that not companies, but some people are very much like, what is this company working on?
Right.
And I'd rather you just shut up, go to work, make something awesome, and then be ready to show us something awesome and have it be ready to come out quick. That's just
Yeah.
me. Like, I mean, Grand Theft Auto, did we really need them to tell us Grand Theft Auto 6 was happening? No,
No.
we didn't. Do we really need Gears to show us that Gears or Coalition? Do we need them to tell us Gears 6 is happening? No. You know what I'd
Or
love?
maybe it's
You
been a while.
see, that's the problem. It's been a while. They're doing something. Let them cook. Let them do their thing. And then guess what? If they show you the game and tell you it's going to come out in 6 months, you're going to be like, "That's awesome." But
Yeah.
again, like I prefer when they show you something and they have like substance and things to show you, and it's ready, and we can show you all these cool things, not just talk about these cool things. And then we're going to get it to you in less than a year. That's phenomenal. And I think
Yeah.
like Xbox is doing that more often because it bites them. Like example, Perfect Dark. Every single time Xbox talks about anything, Buzz, my buddy, they say anything about Perfect Dark? Nah, they didn't. It
No.
sucks. It really does. I just I get you have to talk about something and it's cool to hype things up, but don't
Yeah.
hype things up and then make me wait so long. I'd rather you hype me up and have something ready. That's all. So
Yep.
shadow dropping is awesome though. Hi-Fi Rush is literally
Yeah.
one of the highlights in my opinion of like what Xbox has done since acquiring the studios. Um, I
Yeah, put
wish
out
they
some
had
of
more
these
do that.
little smaller things and just drop
Yeah,
them right on us. So things that we have no idea are coming. It's
right.
not like a known IP. It's just
Yeah.
something completely out of the blue. I like that.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that. So, and again, some people like the development process and seeing more about that. And I'm not saying that's not cool either, but like those smaller games, I don't need developer YouTube videos for an hour. Those smaller
Yeah.
games, if you just want to drop it on me, awesome. Or if you know more companies were transparent during development of games, um, if you're going to announce Perfect Dark, then at least give me like every month or every 2 months, give me a developer update or some cool things or something that's going on with the game. Give us some little
Yeah.
15-minute video or something, maybe. But
You know
yeah,
which one's been good about that is the Hellblade developers.
yes,
They've been pretty active on YouTube and social media of always just like throwing something out there. Even if it's something that happened a while ago, like, oh, we're mocapping this actress today and doing this. They were
yeah.
just always putting something out there. And I like that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, like studio, and again, I get it. Like some studios need to put their head down, and maybe they don't work that way. Maybe they're just better to put their head down and just go to work and get stuff done. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it just the whole point of like games getting announced way early is something I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
Do we need to know that they're working on a new Elder Scrolls game? Did everybody need to know that? D-
Do we not
Can you
figure it
just
out already on our own?
right, right? Come on, guys. Like Coalition, you think they're working on Gears 6? Gears 6? Yes, they are. Of
Oh,
course they are. I'd rather you not show me anything until it's ready to come out. And
yeah.
also, the only thing that gets weird though, and again, this is why people start talking, like you just said, it has been a while. It has
Yeah.
been a while. But what if they show you some craziness when they announce it, and then they tell you you're going to be able to play it this fall? You're going to
Yeah.
freak out. You're like, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
just I don't know.
I'm not a very patient person, so the shorter the time frame from when I get excited about it to when I can play it, the better.
Sure, sure. I
It
mean,
might
yeah,
be like part of my problem, like this issue I have with early access games.
Yeah,
Here I
just
am with
into the game
Snacko.
early.
Like, I want to play that game, but I
Right,
also know it's not done. But I also
right,
know if I play through the whole thing now, even with missing content, I probably won't go back at the full release and play it again.
right.
I should wait, but I'm not patient. So
I agree.
it's the day in the life of my brain.
Right. What other questions we got here?
I think this one is a good question for you.
Okay.
Swaggy asks, if Dr. Pepper were to sponsor the Xbox Drive, how would you cater to that agreement? Would there be Dr. Pepper Cam? Would Mitch chug a Dr. Pepper for every Apex win? The Carpool gaming community needs to know.
Okay.
So what do you think? How would you make Dr. Pepper happy?
Couple different things. Give me an hour, I can have a Dr. Pepper cam ready. I'm just saying, I have cameras on the fly. I can make a Dr. Pepper camera happen tomorrow for their stream if they want, right?
What would that
Just
look like? What
so
what is a Dr. Pepper Cam? Tell
so
me.
what it would be, it would be a fridge in the background that's full of Dr. Pepper, like
Mhm.
faced to the front with Dr. Pepper. Okay. So there's that. But then in that same frame of seeing the fridge with all the Dr. Pepper in it, that's where I would put my Dr. Pepper that's currently, if it's empty or it's full. And I'd be like, oh no, I need another Dr. Pepper. And I would hit a button. It would zoom in on that. I'd pull out a new one. I'd put it there and I'd hit the button. It'd zoom back out to my gameplay. I'm just saying, I'm an OBS nerd and a tech nerd. I have spare
Yep.
cameras. I know how to make that happen. Don't tempt me. Would I chug a Dr. Pepper after Apex win? That might be Saturday's title. I'm just that might be tomorrow's stream title. I will chug a Dr. Pepper if I get an Apex win. Will I feel good afterwards? Maybe not, but you never know. I'm just saying, I would do whatever Dr. Pepper would ask to make sure that they are happy with their situation. And I think I have some ideas that would bring
Yeah.
some eyeballs to Dr. Pepper that if they're not already there, which they should be already, but it is the best drink on planet Earth. But I digress.
I'd definitely wear some Dr. Pepper merch. Give me a hat, a t-shirt. I could wear it every week. I don't care if I wear the same thing. It's fine.
Yeah. I have a Dr. Pepper shirt already. I mean,
I got some space up here. I could put something on the wall. Put a
a,
neon
a,
Dr. Pepper sign right there.
yeah, exactly. A big old stuffed Dr. Pepper Zero bottle.
Yes. Give that cat something to drink. It clearly needs it.
That cat is parched. That cat is going through it. Dr. Pepper would turn that cat's frown upside down
That's
in a
right.
heartbeat.
Right.
100%.
They would start running laps and
He would have so much energy from all the great ingredients inside of a Dr. Pepper. No, I would absolutely. I mean, it sounds funny, but literally one day I might just go full tilt because I'm that bored. Maybe I don't have enough content that week to edit. So during that week, I just make my whole stream Dr. Pepper themed. I'll have a
Yeah.
scrolling Dr. Pepper thing. You know what I mean? If somebody subs, I'll have a Dr. Pepper alert. I'm just saying I can make it happen. It would
there
be,
you go.
yeah.
So there you have it, Quaggy. Tune in tomorrow to Mitch's stream. You might want to mute it because you have young children. Just saying.
If Dr. Pepper's there, I'll censor myself like I do on this show. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right.
Money
If
talks.
that's what it
I'm
takes.
just- if that's what
It's
it
true.
takes, right? Right. I mean, Ninja changed when money showed up, and I will too. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys know, Ninja used to be terrible at swearing. He used to be all that, and then all of a sudden, Fortnite, family-friendly money. Just saying,
Yeah.
family-friendly money changes people. So
There you go.
Dr. Pepper, I can get you my bank info whenever you're ready. Don't worry about it. We'll make it happen. Fee has a great question. If you have to recommend a game for each of your absent co-hosts to play, what would it be?
I think Fee should play Snacko.
There you go.
I think that would be a
Cats.
good one. It's
I
on
mean,
Steam.
Done.
It's early access. I think it's still on sale for a couple more days, so don't miss.
There you go. For
I just told Sean
sure.
this the other day.
Mhm.
He was playing a game in Discord, and I said, "This looks like Returnal. You should play Returnal."
Nice.
And if I'm not mistaken, he already has Returnal, so he wouldn't even have to break his no buying games rule. So
There you go.
I think that's what Sean should play. What do you think, Mitch?
If Sean hasn't played the Resident Evil 4 remake, I know in the chat we just saw Resident Evil Village for Sean, but Resident Evil 4 remake's better. Sorry. So if he hasn't played that already, he should go back and play one of the best games ever made, even better. So I would say that's a great one. And then for Fee, of course, I got to recommend something that's on PC. Hold on. because she doesn't have an Xbox. I don't know if I brought that up again or not. Well, that was supposed to be an internal thought. Actually, yo, Fee, go play Hi-Fi Rush. That's what you should do.
Ooh.
Go play Hi-Fi Rush. It is a rhythm game, but I mean, the characters are great, the story's great, the music's great. If you're streaming, turn off the copyright music, or else you're gonna catch a copyright strike like I did. But yeah, that was the only thing that made me sad, honestly, about the game, is that there is licensed music in the game that I'm sure made the game cool, but if you're streaming it, you couldn't do it. So I did a whole like YouTube video walkthrough of the game, and first video flagged immediately. I was like,
Oof.
well, and then
There
good thing,
goes
by the
that.
way. Yeah, there goes that. Good thing, though. You love Hi-Fi Rush? Well, dang it. She already played it.
Well,
Man. Did you play Ori? Speaking
that's a
of
good
Metro
one.
video games,
Yeah.
Ori is so good. Ori, both
I
Oris
never
are great.
finished it.
What?
I got mad and put it down.
I got mad. Yeah. They got mad, put it down. That's real talk. That's
Yeah.
super real talk. That game can be
It got
hella
challenging.
frustrating.
Yeah.
Yes, it can be. Yeah, I think I did that like slam fist a couple times. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah. You know what? They need to update the Ori games and put in some of the nice features that Prince of Persia had, where you can like take a screenshot of an area you know you're blocked out of, and then it'll be on your map, and you know where to go back to, like when you get your ability.
Right.
Yeah,
There you go.
they should
He
do
says she
Ori
has not played Hi-Fi
remastered.
Rush. There you go. She has not played Hi-Fi, or no, sorry, she has not played Ori. So
Yeah.
yes, go
There
play
you go.
Ori. Ori's phenomenal, and the music's great, and there's no dialogue in the game, but it's very still easy to kind of follow along with, and it can be challenging, but it's very pretty game too. Runs really well on Xbox or PC. You know.
Yeah,
I think, is that on PC Game Pass?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I like my
Figure it out.
consoles.
Yeah, me too. All of them, Fee. But it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. All right. Nagachaka asked, how hyped is the Xbox Drive crew for the Persona 3 Reload expansion on a scale of 1 to 10? Also, who's your favorite waifu or husbando from the entire Persona series? Team Makoto.
That's gonna be a you question, Bowsah.
That's not going to be a me question.
That's gonna
I
be a
like
next week question.
I like the cat in Persona 5 Royal. That's all I got. So
That's gonna be a question when there's other co-hosts on this show that have played
yeah,
those
maybe
games.
Fee has an answer. I don't
Fee,
know.
Fee, you're here in spirit. Fee in the chat. Give him an answer, please. As soon as he said Persona 3, I'm like, oh shit.
I'm excited for you to be excited, Nagachaka.
100%. Super stoked that you're happy, man. That's awesome.
That's all we need.
Yeah, man. If you're hyped about something, nobody can hate on that, man. Come on. But yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So if he can't
Guys,
help us.
Oh, go ask PlayStation Drive. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, homie. Like, I'm so sorry. None of us have played the game. Take the same question to PlayStation Drive. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the hosts on the
I
PlayStation.
know. Just ask your co-host. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine. What's the next question?
Ask Ron about that. It'll be fine.
Right, exactly.
All right. HVAC Sparky says, this is very important. With Easter coming up, I have to know, do you go with Cadbury mini eggs or Hershey's Eggies?
Cadbury mini eggs. Hershey's tastes like complete trash. Sorry. Cadbury is better.
I don't know that I've ever had Hershey's Eggies, and I will one up you. I want the Cadbury full-size eggs.
Yeah.
If I'm going to like drink liquid sugar out of a chocolate egg shape, I want a lot of it. So give me the big guys.
You heard it here first. Cadbury chocolate is better, period. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds bad, right? There's a couple people I know like that say UK chocolate is better than like American chocolate. And that Hershey's tastes like crap. And I never realized how bad Hershey's was until I had other chocolate, and like it really does taste like trash. Mr. Beast Feastable Bar, I did fall into the hype. I'm like, it's Mr. Beast. I should try his chocolate, just like everybody else does. You know, it's real good though. And apparently there's a new formula that's even better. But like Cadbury in general, yeah, like there's just other better chocolates than Hershey's. Hershey's tastes like trash. Americans are just dumb and they're used to it. So that's That's what it is. So
Yep.
yeah.
Agreed.
Fiona, Hershey's Eggies are garbage tier.
Well, there we go.
There's
The
your
Xbox
hard
Drive
answer.
has spoken. Get them Cadbury eggs out here. Let's go.
Yo, Hershey's Eggies are garbage tier. Quote the Xbox Drive. Yeah, it's like exactly what we want. Yo, guess what? Our Hershey sponsorship's not happening anytime soon now.
We're all in on Dr. Pepper. Let's go.
Yeah, I gotta lean to that hard. Oh my god.
Oh.
I'll read this next one because it's from my buddy Tapeworm. Tapeworm asked, what do you think of cross-platform games? Example, Sea of Thieves now coming to PlayStation, have a mode of console versus console or PC versus console. It's always a big debate of which is better, but put the mode to the test. I just want to point out something to you guys. Xbox gamers are the best. Xbox gamers are the most competitive. I'm sorry. I played Call of Duty on PlayStation. Y'all aren't very good. I'm just saying. I'll start it. I'll say it. Xbox Drive,
Wow, shots
PlayStation COD
fired.
players aren't as good. I'm sorry. Now we're not as good as PC players. It's okay. Xbox are not as good as PC players. I'll just say that as well. But like, I'm not upset with the console versus console stuff. The only thing that sucks is that it definitely feeds into the dumb console wars nonsense of like people getting way too into it. But I mean,
Oh, so you mean like PlayStation versus Xbox mode?
yeah.
Oh, I see. I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's-
you'd want just console lobbies versus PC console combined lobbies.
Oh, I mean, here's the thing I'll tell you. There are, and hey, I play games that are relevant to this. Call of Duty. There's definitely crossplay on actually Apex and Call of Duty both have crossplay. But the way it works is that if you are on console, it will not put you in lobbies with PC players.
Yeah.
Unless you have a PC player on your team. The moment a PC player gets introduced, you're in the pool of everybody, right?
Yep.
But Switch players are the best, right? Can you delete that comment? Is that possible? Motion controls. Motion controls. Oh my god. I saw my daughters playing Splatoon like this. I'm like, no, we don't do that. I'm not doing that. Turn on the regular controls, please. No, but like the PC versus console thing, I will say though too, is like there's arguments why PC players have an advantage and there's arguments why console players have an advantage. I don't mind the PC because again, depending on the game, what the kind of difference is and like the advantages are. But so like I almost want to say I thought there was some game that had some sort of mode like this, but I could just be thinking of like a different. I think I'm thinking of like 50 versus 50 in Fortnite. I don't know why in my head I thought like one half was just Xbox and one half was PlayStation. But no, like I mean, it would be cool, but the problem is you would have to do it in a fun game that's not like, I think, hella serious. I think like a Fall Guys would be a fun example of like, whatever, let's just put you guys together. But again, then it stirs into the whole console wars and
yeah. So the
all
thing
that
with the
dumb
Sea of
stuff.
Thieves is there's not that many ships in one server. Well, there's like a half dozen or something.
Oh, is
The
that
map's
it?
not too big.
Okay.
So you could do that. What would be neat if you did, you have to like auto put people into an alliance so that
Right.
like the console people know, hey, I should not shoot the other console people right now. So you have
Have
to
a
do something
PlayStation
like that to
flag.
like assign teams, you
A
know?
PlayStation flag in the air, like we're on the same team. Don't shoot
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters PC versus console so much in Sea of Thieves.
Right.
Maybe when you're shooting the cannons, but like you're shooting at a big ship, so
Right. Pretty big
you
target.
don't have to have super accurate aim.
If you need aim assist for a
Uh,
ship, we need to talk about other
I
things.
got like when you're in like hand-to-hand combat, you got like a blunderbuss and a sword. Like I don't need keyboard mouse to wreck somebody with that, you know?
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, you're right. It just depends on the game.
yeah, you might end up more with, does your PC have an SSD or not? If you're doing this gen consoles.
What's your ping like is going to be a bigger question, right?
You
Like,
know?
what's your ping like? How's that looking? So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it would just really depend on the game, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it would have to be a game that's not like super obvious that one has a bigger advantage than the other. I think it would have to be a lighthearted, fun game and not like a super serious game like Call of Duty or something like that. It would have to
Right.
be like a Sea of Thieves or a Fall Guys.
Let's just do
or
Fall
something.
Guys. Yeah.
Fall Guys is fun. And Fall Guys, man, I mean, if you play keyboard and mouse in Fall Guys, that's crazy. That,
I
in my
mean, I feel
opinion.
like 3/4 of Fall Guys is luck anyways, so you might be fine.
I mean, it's definitely not luck. Come on. Are we going to have to do a Fall Guys stream? Is that what we're going to have to do?
I'm not terrible at it, but
Man, I'm so down to play Fall Guys. All 4 of us, whenever we all get back here. Maybe
Yeah.
one day in the future when we resolve.
when we
all the
hire
HR
some new
issues.
hosts.
I didn't say that. Bowsah did. Make sure you clip that. Bowsah said that, not me, when we hire some new hosts. Fees in the chat going, I'm still here.
But are you?
What are you?
Are you?
I
don't know.
Rich Bauer did file that paperwork. I'm just saying. He sent me an email. Delroy, moving on. Delroy has a question. Number 1, been thinking about the recent partner showcase. A lot of games released consistently or constantly, and every modern gaming storefront continues to face a serious problem surfacing quality, relevant content to its users. What do you think Xbox does well, and what do you think they need to do to improve, not only to benefit players but serving developers as well? We'll go with that question, that first one first. The store is still a mess. Like, all stores are still a mess, in my opinion. They're getting better, but stores, like, if a game has 4 different versions, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
It's a disaster.
Looking at you, Call of Duty.
Looking at you, Call of Duty. Looking at you, Halo. Like, if you go on Halo, it's got like campaign split up from the multiplayer or the combo of both. Like, if you just give me like, I will say they're getting better, because if you go to a game, it'll say choose editions, and they kind of have it laid out like, here's the stuff this edition doesn't have, and this is what this one doesn't have. So they're getting better, but like, I still feel discoverability is harder, especially with smaller games. I think Game Pass is doing a much better job, though, of helping with discoverability, because they have those things like pick a random game, also based off games you've played. Here's things we can recommend that won't cost you any money because it's Game Pass. So I think Game Pass is helping the discoverability part of it, but the general store itself kind of just highlights most popular, newest releases, sales, and that's about it. So I think, if the normal store itself took into account what you've played and recommended stuff to you, I think that would be great. The wish list thing was also very needed, and I'm glad it's a thing, but apparently wish list was like not working for a while or something.
I think they fixed it now.
I think they fixed it now, yeah. But like Steam does a very good job about that, of like, hey, a game you like
sending
is
me
on
an
sale.
email all the time.
Oh yeah. Fun fact I learned about that. Here's a crazy thing. Apparently, I learned this from that pirate software guy I've talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
If you mark down your game 10% compared to 20%, if you mark it down 20%, it triggers the email to everybody. If you mark it down 10%, it doesn't. And I'm like,
that's why every sale is 20% or more.
Every sale is 20% or more. And I found that out, and I'm like, that is wild. But I think it would be cool if Xbox took their wish list more seriously. Maybe that's. What about you? What do you think?
I think it's hard. Like, how do you figure out what is a quality game? Do I want the platform holder to be the one deciding that? Like, they're going to put their first party stuff towards the top.
No way, they're biased.
If it's just based on sales numbers, then you get like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? The game that's already selling well will sell more. Great, wonderful. What about that indie game that didn't? I think you're right. The Game Pass can help there. Some of these smaller games, because what did we look at earlier? What games are coming to Game Pass? Everybody follows that and sees what's coming out, or it's on your app or on your console, right? These are the new games.
Right.
I sure as heck don't want user reviews anywhere to change the ordering. The internet is a wild place. We do not need that. I don't know how to fix it, is the problem. I can see all of the issues with it. I don't know how to fix it.
There's definitely some. Like, whoever does the YouTube algorithm, give them an Xbox store, please. That's all I'm saying. Like, those, like I said, there's like so many weird things of like how YouTube does a great job of recommending videos that you like based off what you watched. And
we need to put the TikTok people in charge of that. It does way better at like knowing me deep inside my soul, sometimes in embarrassing ways.
Why are you recommending this TikTok, and why am I liking it? What the hell?
Yeah. How did I end up here?
Why am I on this rabbit hole?
I'm not mad
Um,
about it, but I just want to know how we got here.
exactly. It's funny. Speaking of reviews, I just want to point out something. You want a good laugh? Go to Uno on Xbox One, the storefront. Go to
Ooh,
Uno. Just look at the reviews. The reason why I say that, Uno is a broken game. Uno does not. No. Swear to God, Uno on Series S and X does not work. Ubisoft has never patched to fix it, and every
why is it
review of
still
that
there?
exactly. By the way, it goes on sale all the damn time too, and I'm like, how are you allowed to put this garbage on sale that doesn't even work? Every review of Uno on Xbox One store is just this piece of game doesn't work. And then there's like horror stories of like this game made my dad sick because it was just not working over and over. Like they make up all these crazy things in the reviews. And Uno Xbox One reviews, if you want to laugh, go do that. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. It does not work.
Save
And
your money.
save your money. Go read the reviews for a laugh. But no, that was like, yeah, definitely don't let user reviews do that. No, I've never done a user review on an Xbox storefront a day in my life. And I can't imagine the type of person that does, but a very
Yeah, I
bored
can't be
individual.
bothered.
Yeah, very bored individual. And then the second part of Delroy's question was, I love the summer of arcade promotions from the 360 era, and we haven't seen much like it since. Would you like to see it or similar return? And what were your favorites when it was a thing? Yes, I love Summer of Arcade. I thought
Tell
Summer
me
of
what that
Arcade.
is. I have no idea.
Oh my God. Okay. Summer of Arcade, basically Xbox would kind of highlight because they were just trying to get, Xbox Live Arcade games out there, smaller games and things like that. And basically what they do is they would have a selection of games that they would promote specifically. Like, we believe in this game and we want to showcase this game to people. But the cool thing too is they gave you a discount on like buying all of them. So like if you bought one of them, the next game you got 10% off of. If you own both those games, they gave you 20% off the next one. So it was kind of like enticing you to kind of like explore different games. But for the most part, the quality of the games that they showed off during Summer of Arcade was awesome. Like they actually did a solid job of showing quality smaller titles. So I was a big fan of that. My personal favorite one was State of Decay. That was one of them. And State of Decay at the time was like, for it being a indie game or just a smaller game, it was crazy. Like the amount of cool things you can do in it. I remember the funniest thing was, and it was just like a dumb thing that I didn't think about. When you were driving a car, there was a button to open the door so you could hit zombies with the door as you're driving down the street, and you can just close the door again. Again, I didn't know I needed that in my life, but that game I was like, that's a hilarious button. Just be like, "Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da," just close the door, ba-da-da, just keep hitting zombies with them. But no, they did a great job of highlighting games. And that's kind of what he's talking about, right? With like the store, like showing you. So like,
Yeah.
it'd be cool if there was, and by the way, none of them were first party games. They were all like indie, smaller developers. So none of them were first party things. But I think it's cool. What's funny is State of Decay ended up being first party because they bought the studio because of the success of that game. But I do like, I wouldn't mind them kind of curating, like, here's 5 games we really believe in that are, and they were exclusive. I want to say exclusive at the time on Xbox Live Arcade. That's the harder part now because there are plenty of indie games that come out that are awesome, but also if they're on PlayStation, I get you can still promote it. There's no reason not to
Yeah.
promote it, even though it's on other consoles. But their whole thing was, these are exclusive games that are only on our consoles that we really want to showcase. And also, if you buy, the more you buy, you actually get them cheaper. So I thought that was cool too. Um, but no, like I wouldn't mind them doing that. It's a little bit harder if they want to start showcasing exclusive stuff, although we know console exclusive games are a thing. They come out on Xbox first, aka Power World. I bet you if Game Pass, here's the thing. I think Game Pass is kind of taking over that recommendation thing, honestly. I
Yeah.
really do, because now instead of really showcasing select games for you to buy, they're just putting awesome things on Game Pass, and they're just kind of like, here's 6 games. You can just have fun, figure it out yourself, download it. Who cares? They're not costing you anything extra on top of your subscription. So I think that's kind of where they've gone now. I still don't mind them highlighting games, but at the same time, they can kind of do what they did with the conference, right? They're going to highlight games by giving you an interview or an extended look at the game or something like that. But they actually really pushed, like, on Summer of Arcade was pushed on the dashboard hard. They were like, please play these games, please buy these games. So I get what he's saying though with
Mm.
the Summer of Arcade stuff. It was super cool. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind them doing that again. Maybe if they did it with Game Pass and highlighted one of these games, like here's 6 games coming to Game Pass. We really want to draw attention to Power World. We really want to draw attention to this and showcase like this is exclusive to Xbox, console exclusive. This is on Game Pass day one, and this game is crazy good. You should play it. You're right. Obviously, they're going to push first party stuff first because duh, money. But
Right.
but I don't think they've done a bad job in the past of promoting solid games. I think Braid was on that too. Like Braid was on Summer of Arcade. I'm like interested now in thinking like what games did they showcase on Summer of Arcade, but yeah, they had some like solid setups of just like games that were awesome. Like
You know what I wonder about is like we're connected to the internet and the gaming sphere, right? We're on Twitter, we watch people on Twitch, we watch YouTube, we listen to podcasts, all that stuff. Like we're pretty tapped into gaming news. What do normal people do? Like how do they find out about games? Are there people still just like walking into Walmart and seeing what's on the shelf? Are there
yes,
people that only look on their console? Like bring up the store and search for something new? Like I don't know how the rest of the world finds new games
the store or just word of mouth. Like I mean,
because the store doesn't carry indie games. Half of them aren't even produced
oh,
physically.
are you talking about at like the physical store themselves?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not on social media, I guess that would be a very hard thing to do if you're not
Yeah.
on social media.
If you're a platform holder, how do you reach those people?
Ads on this dashboard.
Yeah.
That's how you
I
do
know
it
in the
now.
past, like for their big showcases, Xbox would give you a screen when you turned it on the first time after the showcase, like, hey, did you watch this? You should watch it. They should do that for like their ID at Xbox shows. Well, first they should make sure the format of that's tightened up a bit, but once they
No,
do, or at least say like have it bring up the list from that show, even if you don't watch the video or whatever.
the one thing I'll say on the Xbox app,
Mhm.
first thing on there, partner preview. It's the
Yeah.
very first thing on here. So like I get what you're saying though. I did say the other day, like when they would do their big shows, you're right. You would turn on the Xbox and the first thing that came up was here's a bunch of cool
Yeah.
stuff we just announced. Do you want to check it out? So I mean, it's at least they're doing
It's
that.
probably a fine line you have to walk, right? If
Right.
you do that too much, people are going to get mad. Quit throwing ads on my Xbox, right? I would
Right.
too, right? Because I've already watched the show. So
Real talk though, I think they're just more mad for ads for Doritos and Geico. You know what I mean? If there was
yeah,
ads for games, I don't think they would care as much, but I think like just
yeah,
the fact of that. I want to stand corrected before I look stupid on the internet. State of Decay
okay,
was actually not part of Summer Arcade, but it came out in June, and that's why I thought it was.
yeah.
That's it just came out around that time. But State of Arcade or Summer of Arcade, 1 year, Bionic Commando Rearmed, Braid, Castle Crashers, Geometry Wars. That was like 1 year. The next year, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Shadow Complex, Explosion Man, Trials HD, and TMNT Turtles in Time Reshelled. Those were games that they highlighted. By the way, Trials HD, I love that game. Trials HD is such a fun game, and they've had like crazy, new ones come out. If there was a new Trials game every year, I'd be so happy because they're just so fun to play.
Is
Other
that
years though,
the motorcycle one?
yes, that motorcycle one where you have to
Yeah,
like get up over the
yeah.
obstacles.
Whichever one,
Yeah,
Fee. Don't worry, I got you, girl. Whichever one was on Stadia, I played a pile of.
really nice.
Yeah.
So Trials Fusion was the latest one, which is probably the one you played on there.
No, that was
No?
not Rising.
Trials Rising. Okay.
Yep,
Those games are phenomenal, and
they're wild.
they're wild. They will piss you off when you miss the time by that much. You want to just scream because you didn't get gold, you got silver.
But
But that
it's so quick. You hit reset, bam, you're back at the beginning doing it again.
instantly.
That's part of why Celeste takes longer to make me mad because the penalty for death is not very much time lost, right?
Right. No, Trials, you hit B and you're back at the beginning immediately, and I love it.
Yep.
That was one of those games that I was weirdly good at for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like I was just weirdly good at that game. Me and my buddy Bryant would just back and forth. Again, that was also the other thing too, the leaderboards.
Yes.
When you
Oh,
saw
Racing
the
the
ghosts,
Yeah.
yes,
That's
yes.
one of the best like
Oh,
asynchronous multiplayer things in the world. Some of my friends that played Stadia, man, we just trade records back and forth.
yep. I would
Middle of
text
the
my
day,
buddy.
you'd get
I
a
would
picture somebody screenshotted that they just beat your record by like 0.2 seconds. Like, God, I gotta get in
Yes. Dude, I'm telling you, Trials is so fun. Trials HD, the first one though, Summer of Arcade. That was one of those games. Other games, Limbo was part of it. Bastion was part of it. Dust and Elysian Tale, Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD, the first remake, not the second remake. Brother, A Tale of Two Sons, that was on Summer of Arcade. Like, they had solid games that they were promoting, and it's just weird, like you said, they did it from 2008 to 2013.
Yeah.
But like some of those games, I mean, Limbo, people still love that game to death. Like Trials HD, I love that game. Shadow Complex was super fun. Castle Crashers is fun. Like there's a lot of games on here that are solid games. And like I said, Xbox was just like, we like you. We want to promote you. And
Yeah.
they did a solid job. Like I said, some of these games are still like beloved games to this day. I think I remember like State of Decay though. It came out June 5th. So it was just in summer. And I was
Yeah.
just surprised that it wasn't like on Summer Arcade. I'm like, how is this game just coming out randomly and no one's talking about how awesome this game is? So, but no, yeah, Summer of Arcade, I agree. Great thing. Wouldn't mind them bringing it back. Game Pass, though, also does a solid job, though, of promoting like that. If you go to the Game Pass tab on your Xbox, it does a very good job of like, oh, you've played this?
Yeah.
Might as well try this.
That's
like,
decent.
That's a decent thing. And then, of course, they have the random picker where it's just like, you want to play anything? Shuffle. Enjoy.
Yep,
Like, we're just going to
pick
give you
one.
one game to pick. Sean doesn't like that very much, but it's okay.
Yeah, well.
Sean, remember, side note, we had a conversation before the podcast officially launched with all of us, and we were randomly choosing games just together in a Discord. And let me rephrase that. Me, Bowsah, and Fee were like, oh, cool, it gave me this game. Oh, cool, it gave me this game. And Sean was getting the worst picks on Game Pass's library ever. It was giving him just the worst of the worst. And he's just like, I'm not doing this on stream. He's like, I'm not doing this. It could be stuck to play this game. And I agree with the games he was getting. It was pretty bad. So
yeah, I understood his pain there.
Absolutely. Well, I do want to appreciate everybody for submitting the community questions. That was a lot of questions.
There was a lot of questions. Yep, but overall, I think the partner preview was a really good show. It had enough variety. It started out great for me. The first 4 games I was ready to get, so pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, those first 4 games were the ones I tuned into, like directly, not working. Don't listen to that, my boss. I was definitely working while watching. Yeah. You're not listening, right?
I took my lunch break then.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely didn't stop doing a report mid-report and was like, what is going on here? But no.
In my mind, that show was at 1 p.m. Pacific, so I was not ready for when it started. Like, oh, well, if I could read.
Yeah. I definitely thought it was on at a different time too. And I went to the Xbox YouTube and it definitely wasn't there. And I'm like, did I read something wrong? And I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely read something wrong. So yeah. I did get a rock and not the rock starring Nick Cage. It's okay, Sean. Don't worry about it. You're good. All right. I think that's all of our community questions.
All right. Well,
Bowsah, if people wanted to check you out on the internet, where would they go do those things?
They could find me on X at Bowsah13, but more importantly, join the Discord and come hang out. And then you can submit the questions and determine what we talk about. How about you, Mitch? Where can people find you?
Playing Apex and COD every Saturday, Sunday, and every other day of the stream. Twitch.tv/MitchPower1116 on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, other websites I won't talk about here. MitchPower1116. That's where you can find me. So just go to Google, type that in, and you'll find me everywhere.
Possibly tomorrow, chugging Dr. Pepper.
Possibly tomorrow, chugging
This
Dr.
will not
Pepper.
end well. He may be at the same state as Fee watching his stream.
Yeah, exactly.
TBD.
That's what'll happen. Yeah, I'll chug a Dr. Pepper and then this will happen.
Emotional damage.
I'll just be sitting there, just a sad boy, just dying on stream. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine, guys. It'll be good. Well, if I do that, I'll have the clip for next week. Don't worry about it.
There we go.
I'll have the clip for next week.
I'm not sure I want to see it, but
as long as it's good and it's not going to TOS us on YouTube or anything, don't worry about it. I'll have it on.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be fine.
That sounds good.
Sounds
but before we go, we have something very important to do. Once again, thank you to Xbox Canada for providing those Game Pass codes for us to give away. Congrats to everyone that got one. Glad to see some familiar names saying they got them. And even more importantly, we want to thank our loyal patrons. Our ultimate producers, Tony Baker. You can find him at youtube.com/quest4pixels. Jonathan Brown, the man behind our music. You can find him at linktree/pme.jib. Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team. You can find him at phoenixoverdrive.com. And Cwagmire, who reminds you that the best babes are Xenobabes. Our gold members are Adam K., Anna, Awesome Dave, BobLoblaw, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, CrocoKyle, Dan and Luma, Dannoh, Emily O'Kelly, John 32, Marcus O'Neill, Peje EP, and Tim Aulph. And like I mentioned earlier, please come join us in the Discord and hang out. It's fun. We don't bite. And
We don't bite. Nope.
We will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Xbox Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget that we've got some awesome Xbox Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming for exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description. We'll see you next week.